Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 31st. This week you have the Centaur card. It says Untamed Nature, Marksmanship, and Master Teacher. You have this Imagination card. It says Creativity, Inner Child, and Inspiration. Yeah, we are in a very creative time right now, so anything you can do to be creative is going to be very beneficial because, again, Pluto and Aquarius, I think people forget that it is creative. Aquarius is innovation, but to be innovative, we have to be creative. And so I think it's an amazing time for creativity. It's an amazing time to tap into your creativity and to use like whatever it is that you've been learning. So you start with the Tower. We also have the Ten of Swords, Five of Pentacles right next to it. Kind of makes sense to me here, Libra, because we have this eclipse that's happening in your opposite sign in Aries on March 29th. So right before this week, right? One thing I will say is that again, we can definitely experience like loss or tower moments during eclipses, or we could be, forced to face some sort of reality during the time of the eclipse. And the Tower is about coming down to reality. These people have been trying to protect themselves from a reality. They've been inside this tower for too long. And the universe is bringing them back to reality so that they can see, what they're supposed to be doing in their lives, so they can see things clearly. Personally, I like the Tower because it kind of like forces us to take action, and it's not a bad card, really. I feel that this has to do with work for you here, Libra. So I feel that this could be some sort of work change. Maybe you're having a realization that your job isn't cutting it anymore, or your business, or whatever you do, and so it's kind of like motivating you to action. I'm like, again, genuinely, I'm not too worried about this Tower card. Like I always say, it's like, sure, the Tower can be uncomfortable, but usually it leads to something better anyway. You have the Five of Pentacles. Again, this is what tells me that this is probably financial in nature. I don't really see it as a Tower moment. I see it as, well, it is. I see it as a realization. The Tower, the crown, is falling off the top of the Tower there. And so the crown falling off the top of the Tower can say that, that something's crown is falling off. It's like the Tower with the crown part of it, what I'm trying to spit out here, it kind of represents looking at something that maybe you put on a pedestal, or looking at something that you thought was great and you're realizing it's not as good as you thought, right? Whatever it is. And the Five of Pentacles is kind of similar, or at least that's the message that I'm getting here in my head, Libra, is that, you could be realizing that, the job you got isn't really what you want, or, the career you have or the business you have isn't really doing what you want it to do. And so I feel this is causing you to make a change. Now, the thing with the Five of Pentacles is that the Five of Pentacles represents needing to not call attention to your weaknesses. We have to double down on our strengths with the Five of Pentacles, and doing that will make things a lot better. You have the High Priestess. High Priestess is about your intuition. Everybody's had the High Priestess, and we have a crap ton of energy in Pisces, so we are all being asked to trust our intuition. Our intuition could be guiding us in a new direction, and I feel you are going to, I'm not worried about this reading at all. Again, your last two rows here are very positive, so it looks to me like you are going to discover the truth or the answer that you need to focus on. The Ace of Swords is laser-like focus. It is picking one thing and making it your focus and making it happen. So it's a very focused energy, and I feel a lot of you could be feeling more focused as we kind of move throughout this week, which is good. With the Tower, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You always get the Queen of Pentacles with me. I mean, it's all about being resourceful. I feel Libra has been forced to be resourceful for many years. I would say that the good news is that that's probably coming to an end. I think that a lot of you have been forced to find ways to create abundance, to find ways to multiply, right? We have this rabbit right here. The rabbit on the Queen of Pentacles can represent fears and anxiety. But rabbits are fertile, right? They have a lot of babies every single year. So the rabbit can represent multiplication. If I can get that word out today, apparently I can't. So it's about multiplying the things that you're doing and looking at the things that are working in your life and doing them over and over and over again so that you can create more abundance. With the Five of Pentacles, you show up here, Justice. Whenever you show up as yourself with the Five of Pentacles, It's about learning to value yourself. Again, the Five of Pentacles, they're just focusing on the wrong things. They're focusing on what they don't have. They're not focusing on what they do have. And so I feel that could be very, valuable for you. I heard a story recently from Lewis House, and he was talking about how every single day he says an affirmation, and I can't remember what the affirmation is, but it's every morning he says an affirmation that's like, money is always coming to me, or something like that, right? And so he was like going to the subway, to get on the subway, and he sees a penny on the ground, and he's like, it's just a penny. But he thought of his affirmation that money is always coming to him, so he picked up the penny, and it was like a 1945 wheat penny. And long story short, he found out that the penny that he picked up off the ground was worth $4,000. So, and it was just a stupid penny, right? So, Five of Pentacles, what you focus on is what you're going to get, right? So you might be undervaluing a skill or something that you're good at that could actually be very abundant. Like, what is your penny is going to be my question for you in this reading. Like, what is the thing that you undervalue that might have a lot of value? And I feel the reading is encouraging you to look at it. With the High Priestess, you have the Seven of Wands. I would protect your thoughts at this time. If you're thinking about making big moves, or if you're realizing that your job sucks and you want to leave it, I just kind of get this energy of boundaries on the Seven of Wands. I feel it's saying, don't share all your ideas with people at this moment. Don't share your thoughts with people unless you have a trusted advisor. They say that if you share your goals with people, you're less likely to achieve them. It's actually not true. If there is a specific part of this that you need to pay attention to, which is they've actually proven that if you share your goals with the type of person that forces you to do the goal, or is like an accountability partner, or is a person who encourages your dreams, you're more likely to accomplish it. So I don't think it's true that we shouldn't share our goals. We just shouldn't share our goals with shitty people, plain and simple. And my rule is that I know there are certain people in my life that come from a place of love. People can come from two places, fear or love. Fear is, I don't know if you should do that. Sounds risky, sounds dangerous, sounds whatever. Love is, hey, that's a great idea. How can I help you? How can I get you moving? How can I support you in this? Blah, 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 blah. So which people come from which place. And, I feel this is saying, I call them trusted advisors, the people who really lift you up. So again, if you have a person like that in your life, then by all means, share your ideas with that person. But if not, keep your mouth shut, right? That's what I would do here. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, can't make this one up. It says walk away. You're definitely walking away from something, that's for sure. It says what you're doing now isn't working for you. I mean, there you go. But are you willing to walk away to make room for something better? Yes, you're making room for something better. That's literally what eclipses do. Eclipses happen so that we can cut the crap and get something better. You have this dream job. It says, did you ever think you could get paid just for being yourself? What is your penny? What part of you is the penny? The 1945 penny that's actually worth $4,500 or whatever it was, right? And I think that's what you need to think about here with these cards. I've said it to you before, Libra. Based off your astrology, it really wouldn't surprise me if you've been trying to get a job you're qualified for since 2016. So it's been almost 10 years that you've probably been, if you've been looking for a career, that you've been trying to get something that you're actually qualified for, and makes sense. You have the Ten of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Wands. You're looking for something better with that Three of Wands. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. So whatever the Tower is, could be dead, done, over with. The Ten of Swords is always a blessing in disguise. He's making a symbol right here with his hand that the Hierophant is making, which represents a blessing. And what do you know? We have the Hierophant right here. He's making this symbol, the same symbol right here, that represents a blessing. So, really, I'm not worried about the Tower because, whatever the Tower is clearly going to be a blessing for you at this time, Libra. You have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups can represent regrets or sadness, but again, he's grieving the loss of something that he doesn't enjoy any longer. The trick with the Five of Cups is that he has to be grateful for what he has, and then he gets this bridge and this castle over here, and so he has to turn around and, be grateful for these two cups, then he gets something more. And, I kind of feel that for you, where it's like, yeah, you could be sad about this Tower moment, or you could be worried if you're realizing that you don't want something anymore, but you don't want it. And look, if we go here, we go down to the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is fortune after difficulty. It is something good happening after a difficult period of time. It is something better. So there's clearly something better that is entering into your life at this time. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands encourages you to explore. Again, the Three of Wands kind of makes sense with the penny story as well. The story of the Three of Wands is that he's looking at this water that's golden in color. So when he first looks out, he thinks that he's looking at the desert because it's golden in color. It looks like sand. But when he looks closer, he sees those ships and he realizes that he's looking at water. He is looking at something that he doesn't think has value, and he realizes there's a much bigger opportunity than he first thought. Penny, right? What is something in your life where you feel like there's very little value, but there actually might be a lot? It could be a skill, a talent, gift, skill, or ability you have. It could be an opportunity that's being presented to you. It could be anything. But I would I think this is saying it would be a good time to slow down and explore. He needs to get on those boats. It's a little bit scary for him because those boats are going, he has no freaking clue where those boats are going. He's just has to go on an adventure. He would just have to be willing to explore. So I would explore things that might be an opportunity, but you're not sure. With the Ten of Swords, yes, you have the Five of Cups again. So, basically whenever a card repeats itself, it's just the universe saying I meant what I said. So gratitude is going to be the secret here. And again, if you feel like you're losing something this week, you're not. It's like you're gaining much more than you think you're losing. With the Five of Cups, you have the Eight of Wands. Yeah, Eight of Wands is quick success. So this will probably be a quick change, which again makes sense with the eclipses. This eclipse season lasts until September, when we have the next set of eclipses. And so there could be a rapid change in your life between now and September. And I know that sounds like a long time, but really it isn't. And it'll be here before you know it. So I feel and it's not going to take that entire time for you to make this change. You're going to be doing it now. And so I feel the Eight of Wands is kind of saying you're making a quick change. Eight of Wands can also represent good news. So again, this could be like a quick turnaround. So again, don't worry about anything that's happening. With the Three of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. First, you have the Queen and King of Wands. So these are divine counterparts. If you want love, definitely could be a new love connection that's coming in for you. Both the Wands cards represent being bold, being assertive, really facing something that you're dealing with or going through and kind of getting to the other side. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this brown bear spirit. It says, take time out. You have this butterfly. It says, transformation is beautiful. The tower is just transformation, right? The butterfly has to turn into caterpillar soup before it becomes the butterfly. Really, the tower is your first card, so it's kind of like saying that maybe you have been in caterpillar soup and now you're going through the transformation of becoming the butterfly at this point in your life. It's like you're finishing your transformation, or you're finishing your your growth. And I feel this is definitely a good thing. I would definitely, take any rests that you can with that brown bear spirit as well. You have the King of Wands, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. The King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive, really making something happen. He is facing this here head on. He is not afraid of the change, right? He is embracing the change. He also is the card of kind of foresight. The King of Wands, he's kind of innovative. He's not really necessarily intuitive, but he does kind of have some futuristic thinking. He's able to kind of come up with an innovative solution or idea, and he's able to put it into practice. So I think that embracing your innovative nature, your creativity with that imagination card, definitely a very good card for imagination, would be a good thing for you with the King of Wands. And again, I think being more bold and assertive and going for what you want is what's necessary, because right next to him, we have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of fortitude. It's a card of strength, and it's a card of focusing on one thing. And I feel doing that will help you the most. You have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is blessings. Again, definitely some sort of blessing in disguise coming in for you here. The good news is that it's showing up in this reading. So it's saying, if you do have a tower moment, you already could have had this tower moment, this realization. I feel like you are seeing the blessing now, or you will be seeing the blessing shortly in whatever this is. It's like you're cutting one thing out to have something better. And the Ace of Swords is all about that. We'll talk about it in a minute. But, it seems to me like you are releasing one thing so you can have something better in your life. You have the Ten of Cups. Again, Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. Definitely makes sense in this reading. It's also happy home, happy family. For those of you that want love, there definitely could be a very strong love connection with the King and Queen of Wands showing up here. And so if you're hoping to have a family, you could be meeting a person that you could have a family with. We even have marriage right here with the Hierophant. I'm not saying you're going to marry this person like today, but, definitely I look at the Hierophant as two people who are being prepared for each other. So, again, it kind of, the Hierophant is kind of saying to me that if you're single and looking, that this is, maybe the two of you are still in this like preparation mode or whatever you want to call it. But, it as a reader, it's kind of saying to me that you haven't met this person yet, or you're about to meet this person in the near future. So definitely something to think about. What do you know? With the King of Wands, you have the Hierophant. So yes, definitely could be a divine counterpart. Could be a fire sign. You always get fire with me. It could be any sign, general reading. It could just be a very fiery, motivated person or, something like that. So if you're looking for love, this could definitely be something that leads to like marriage. Again, I get that preparation thing here. So like, I'm not saying that you're going to meet this person, like I said, today. It might be someone you meet over the next couple of months because, these two people are on a parallel path. The Hierophant is initiating these two people here into his belief system. But the Hierophant represents the 3 stages of initiation, which are initiation, apprenticeship, and mastery. I also think that you have been going through these stages, and it's like you're getting to this stage of mastery in your life. The butterfly goes through 3 stages. It's the caterpillar, it goes into its chrysalis, turns into caterpillar soup, and then it becomes a butterfly, right? So, in a lot of ways, I think the Hierophant is also saying you're kind of getting to that mastery stage in your life. But I also feel like there could be a person who's also getting to that stage so that you can prepare for each other. With the Hierophant, you have the Queen of Cups. It's like, what does your heart want? The Queen of Cups, she really values her heart above all else. So she doesn't worry about the things that are going on around her. She really focuses on her feelings, and she moves towards her good feelings. And I would definitely encourage that in this reading. It can be a little bit hard with the Queen of Pentacles because, the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups can say that you're moving in a direction. You need to follow your heart. You need to use your resources. And we have the Queen of Wands, which says, the Queen of Wands has to be bold and assertive. She isn't necessarily bold and assertive. And she's also my card of learning as you go. And usually if we follow our heart, we are learning as we go. We don't exactly know how to get to the finish line. And so I would embrace that energy. With the 10 of Cups, you have the 6 of Swords. Yeah, improvements. Again, I'm not even worried about that tower. Like, sure, you could be having a realization, but I don't feel like it's a disaster. I feel like it's just, maybe you're realizing that your job is only allowing you to just scrape by. It's like it sucks. It's not a total disaster, but now you have to go find something else. That's like kind of the energy I get here. And the 6 of Swords is about going off on the journey to find those improvements. So I think it would be a great time for you to start looking for improvements here. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this Infinite Possibilities card. It says you're on the right path. The 6 of Swords kind of says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. Much better. You have this Day and Night. It says there's current disharmony due to existing differences in some matter. Yes. I mean, we've talked about it this entire time. So you could be letting go of one thing so you can have something better. It's coming up in the good stuff. So clearly it will be a good thing if you're letting go of one thing to have something better. And that's exactly what I would do. And I also feel you're probably getting to a place of more opportunity with that Infinite Possibilities card. You have these the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a victory or a big success coming in for you. The Ace of Swords, we have this palm frond right here, this olive branch right here. The palm fronds in the tarot can represent making a sacrifice, and the olive branch can be an offer of peace, or it can also represent abundance. So, again, it seems to me like you are cutting one thing out to have something better. That's literally what the Ace of Swords says. The Ace of Swords cuts both ways. We have to remove one thing so we can have something better in our lives. And, that's what this reading looks like. You have the World. The world can represent an accomplishment or an achievement. I kind of feel like you are opening up to the world because you have that Infinite Possibilities card. It's like maybe you're looking at things more abundantly since this is coming up in the good stuff. Instead of thinking from a place of restriction, which is what the Five of Pentacles is. Again, you're looking at the penny closer. You're looking at the penny and realizing that there's much more opportunity than you originally thought. And, there's something about that. I kind of feel like this could be a skill for you, Libra. It's like maybe you have a skill or a talent, gift, skill, or ability that could make you money or is more valuable than you think. Maybe you're realizing that, it could just be what you're doing right now. It's like maybe you're realizing that the job you work at or the career you have isn't paying you enough. And maybe there are other places that could pay you more. It's like, there's something about opening up to the world and like looking for opportunity. When we look for it, we usually find it. So I would get out into the world, and, like literally and figuratively. I would do your research, look for other ways of doing things, and all that other good stuff. You have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a card of knowledge and wisdom. The King of Swords is about discernment and being able to see the truth. You have the Ace of Swords, which is the truth. So in a lot of ways, I think the good thing going on here for you, Libra, is that you're seeing the truth of a situation, and that's allowing you to make better decisions with the Ace of Swords. And, again, that will be a good thing. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Hermit. The Hermit says you've been through a dark night of the soul. Yes, probably since 2016, as I said to you already, Libra. So you've probably been going through a dark night of the soul for a while. The Hermit is all about coming down from the top of the mountain and getting out into the world. So, a lot of you could be kind of like coming down from the mountain with the Hermit and getting into the world. With the World, you have the Two of Swords, another card that kind of represents the penny, right? The Two of Swords, she is thinking this or that. It's just a penny. Do I even have to pick it up off the ground? It's on the other side. It's only worth 1 cent, right? But actually, she has this new island behind her here, and that new island represents a third place or a third place solution. Actually, that penny is worth $4,500, right? So I think that this is about looking closer at the opportunities in front of you, because it just seems to me like something is more valuable than it appears in your life, and I think it's about you. It could just be an opportunity. Like, maybe you're getting a new job opportunity and you're not sure if it's actually valuable. But if you look closer, I think there's a lot more value in it than you realize. Definitely feels financial to me. And so, again, I would just look closer at opportunities that are being presented to you. It's coming up in the good stuff. So, it does say that you are probably looking closer. With the King of Swords, we just have the King of Swords. In a lot of ways, the King of Swords could just be you. The King of Swords could be your energy. Whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength and allows you to get what you want. You have this Rose card that says romance is in the air. Yeah, it's like I feel this is preparation energy, like I said, with that, the Hierophant. It's like two people being prepared for each other. And so it's like maybe this isn't here yet, but the energy exists if you want love. You have this bowl. It says plenty of material things. If you multiply is what I'm going to say with that Queen of Pentacles. There's like some sort of success that you could probably repeat if you look at it. So maybe you've been successful doing something in the past, and I would look at the things that you've been successful at before, like work-wise or money-wise. It could be like a side hustle as well, or, some sort of side project that you're working on that maybe has a lot of value. And if you look closer, you will see that value. You have this Bell card. It says announcement on it. Yeah, there could be important news. You have the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands can sometimes represent a message or news that's being presented to you. And, I would pay attention to those important messages. You have this Tent card. It says temporary situation. Yeah, whatever this tower is very temporary. Again, the tower could be a realization. The Eight of Wands would say that you are quickly fixing it or correcting it or, moving whatever this is in a better direction. Eight of Wands is your focus as well. With the Eight of Wands, we can't be pulling in two directions. Same thing with the Ace of Swords. We have to pick one thing and just go in that one direction. So probably the quickest solution for you here, Libra, is to pick a lane, pick a direction. You have this Unicorn. It says use your intuition to make beneficial changes. High Priestess is saying that your intuition has the key to, or the answers that you need, and that's what I would pay attention to here. But pretty interesting here, Libra. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.